right, good morning. We've got our upper push workout today. So we're going to be using dumbbells. I'm going to have two sets, a heavier one and a lighter one for presses and flies. And then a stability ball, which is optional on the part as well. So we're going to be doing back to just a regular circuit today. So we're going to have 8 exercises. We're doing 45 seconds on each exercise with a 15-second rest in between each one. 2 times through the circuit total. So our first one is dumbbell, snatch, and press. So for this one, you're going to want a moderately heavy weight, probably about what you use for a chest press. A lot of you probably have one heavier set of weights at home anyway, so that'll work fine. You can also use a kettlebell for this. I'll show you that afterwards, so it totally depends on which one you feel more comfortable with. You're going to start with the weight in one arm. You're going to drop into a squat, come down, then you're going to bring it up, swing it so your elbow is underneath, and then press it up over your head. So you're starting down, come up, comes a little bit faster. I just showed you kind of slower. And then the faster version, press up as well. If the press part is hard, you can do a 2-handed press. You just put the other hand on it, press it up overhead. So then you come down. You can either set it all the way down and switch hands, or just switch hands while you're standing. Come up, press again. You can use the other hand to push it up if you want as well. We can also just switch it halfway. So just keep one arm for the first 22 seconds, and then halfway through we'll switch. If you want to do this with a kettlebell, it's basically the same thing. The only thing you want to watch is as you swing it around, you're going to turn it a little bit to the side, so that the kettlebell is to the side of your head and straight back. If you flip it straight back, it'll smash into the back of your arm, and that'll hurt over time. So you're starting down, you come up, swing it to the side, you drop your arm just a little bit to kind of give it a little bit of a softer landing in. Press up, same thing. Again, you can grab it with your other arm if you want. So just nice and easy, down and up. So that's how you look at the kettlebell. So whichever one you're more comfortable with on that. Number 2 is jumping jacks. So light on the toes, coming out and back, jumping back and forth. You can step this out to modify. If your shoulders bother you for jumping jacks, an easy way to do it is to cross them in front. So just back and forth, and keep them in front of you. Then we have stability ball chest press. Roll the ball in. We're going to use the other of our weights. So one in each hand. We're going to roll up, head and neck relax, pressing straight from the shoulders and back. And if the weights get heavy, for this part, you can always just do 2 hands on one. Or if you have a kettlebell that you're using, for example, you're welcome to do it that way as well. So stability ball chest press. After that, we have hot potato lunges. So for this, you can use one of those or a lighter weight. Probably easier with a lighter weight. I'm using a 10-pound one. Anywhere, I would say, from 5 to 12, 15 pounds is probably a good weight. I don't really have any intermediate ones. We kind of gave those all away. So I'm using a 10-pound one. So knees behind the toes, leaning over with your shoulders, and then shoulder to shoulder, back and forth. You want to make sure you get that hip each way over and keep it nice and tight. And again, shoulder to shoulder with the weight on that. So that's hot potato lunges. Then we have floor flies. So again, you can use whatever weight is comfortable for you on this. You're going to be laying down on the floor, just fairly relaxed, having my legs bent to keep the low back secured on the floor, and then your arms are going to be straight, just coming down and back. So this one, you're nice and controlled. You want to stop just before the weights touch, and then back up. And you can bend the arms a little bit if the weights are a little heavier than you'd like. That's going to make it a little bit easier. You still want to stop before you touch. You don't want to completely relax in. Just keep that little bit of tension up and through on that. Then we have one-legged squat hops. So for this, you're going to stand on one leg for the first half. We're going to switch halfway through. Drop down into a squat as much as you can. Then you're going to come up and just a little bit of a hop. So down, up, and do a little bit of a hop. If you have a hard time balancing on one leg, I encourage you to try it, see if you can. If not, that's totally fine. You're just going to put that toe down. Or if you have something that's just about hip height that you kind of rest on and come down, just do a little bit of a hop. And for the hop part, if you're trying to avoid any kind of impact, or if you're just having a hard time with the coordination, it's going to make it easier. If you come down and then you push onto the toe, you just lift your heel off the ground for the hop part. So look more like that. You're still going to drive up. You're just not actually going to get all the way off the ground. Then we have overhead tricep press. So for this one, you're going to be doing one of the heavier weights because this is going to be both arms, and it's triceps, which is a really strong muscle. So you're coming down to your head. You want to be bent just past 90 degrees, and then pressing up. So it's just nice and controlled. Make sure your neck stays relaxed. You should be able to move it around. It's all arms, so you should feel that from the elbow down all the way through this part of your arm. So that's what we're focusing on. If you only have lighter weights, like for example, you have a lighter set of dumbbells, you're going to have heavy ones, you can do one in each hand as you do it. So that's totally fine as well. And then our last exercise is star jumps. So we're going to feet together, nice and light on the toes, coming all the way out, jumping it back. Again, to modify just like the hops, you're going to do either just a little bit of a hop in place, or you're just going to push up onto the toes and extend the leg. You can also put that leg out if you need to for balance. I would encourage you just to try to come down, push up onto the toes, alternate legs, and you get that heel off the ground, get that little bit of a push as you come through on that as well. So, that is our set. And we're going 45 seconds on everything. So 15-second rest, 45 seconds work. We're starting with the snatch and press. We're going to do one hand. I'm going to start with my left hand because I'm right-handed. And anytime you do a one-legged or one-footed thing, you want to start with the weak one if possible. All right, so 45 seconds. Switching halfway through. Ready? And begin. So we're coming down, come up, and press. So make it nice and strong. Good. Use that whole body. As you come down, you can put the other arm out. Get it nice and easy. Focus on your form. So if you need to, a little more slowly, bring it up, and then press, that's fine. Just whatever your 100% is what you want to be given on this. Good. We're switching now. Halfway done. So moving into that other side. So down, up. Again, as you bring it up, you just have a little bit of a drop in before you launch into the press and kind of cushion that weight up and through. You can be doing this with the kettlebell too. Last 5 seconds. All the way in. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. All right, so we've got our jumping jacks now. So nice and light on the toes. Gonna come all the way up and through. In 5. All right, ready? And begin. So nice and light. Let's keep that pace up. Keeping the arms working. Getting that whole range of motion. Good. Again, we're going 45 seconds. So I want to challenge those muscles as much as we can. Good. We're about halfway done with this. So keeping that pace going strong. All the way up and through. Speed it up, slow it down. Whatever you need to challenge yourself. That's what we're focusing on, is your 100%. Under 10 seconds left now. So bring this all the way in. Almost done. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. All right, we've got a steel ball chest press next. We're going to be on the ball, holding our weight. Again, we got the 2 heavier ones. So we're going to roll out. We're starting in 5, 45 seconds. Ready? And begin. So just nice and controlled. We want to press. Again, you can do this 2 hands on one weight if you want. We want to get that drive from the chest, get that full extension. All the way in and through. Good. We're about halfway done on this now. To keep that pace up, we want to get that full drive. Keeping the hips about level with your shoulders. As you're planking, you're basically reverse planking across the ball here. We got under 15 seconds left. So keep pushing that pace. All the way in, almost done. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. All right. So next we have our hot potato lunges. We're going to be using our medium for light weights. We want the toes pointed forward. We're starting at 5. Wide stance, lead with the hips. And begin. So we're going back and forth, shoulder to shoulder. Again, leading with the butt on each one. You really want to get that hip over there. Challenge those muscles through. Try and make the most you can out of each one of these. And use that core. As you get over and use that core to engage back and forth to keep that weight. That's why we want that medium weight. We're over halfway done on this. So pushing through. Making sure your knees stay behind the toes too. Want to lean back and to the side. Last 10 seconds now. Finishing strong. Almost done. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. All right, so we've got our floor flies now. We're going to be down on the ground. Going 45 seconds, starting in 5. So nice and controlled. This way. Ready? And begin. So just back and forth. Want to keep those arms nice and straight. Again, this one's not about speed. Anytime we're doing a more strength-focused one, well, anytime really you want to get that form down first and then make it more difficult after you feel confident in the move itself. Good, we're over halfway done on this. So we're coming all the way through, keeping those arms as straight as we can, keeping it nice and controlled. Good, we're moving into those last 10 seconds. So finish this off all the way through to the end. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. All right, so floor flies around our one-legged squat hops. So, starting with one foot. Again, my left leg is stronger, so I'm going to start with my right. I'm actually right-footed, but when you're right-footed, your other one is usually stronger. All right, ready? And begin. So coming down, coming up. Good. I should make sure my shoes were tied a little tighter. So coming all the way up, make sure you drive through that opposite leg. You can bring the knee up. That'll help with that opposite arm. Back and forth. I'm going to do one more and then switch. Good. We're about halfway done now. So we're switching all the way up and through. Make sure you extend that leg behind you. Try not to touch it if you're doing one on the balance. Otherwise, that's fine. Again, driving that heel off the ground is what we want. Even if you're keeping that other leg down. Almost done. 3, 2, 1, and relax. All right, so we've got our tricep press now. Overhead with one or both weights. Starting in 5. All right, ready? And begin. Just realized I can't really see my watch, so I'll have to check it partway through. Make sure you drive all the way in and back. I'm just going to take it off quick. So you keep going. I'm just taking this off so I can see the time. Good, we're about halfway done with this now. So again, nice and controlled. Down and up. Pushing that through. We're coming into those last 15 seconds. So making this strong. And keep that neck relaxed. Bringing the hands down just behind that head. Pushing that through to the end. Almost done. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. All right. So we've got our star jumps. Again, nice and light on the toes. Want to get that full extension up. We're starting in 5. Arms and legs working together, getting that all the way up. Ready? And begin. So jumping all the way up. Want to get those arms and legs out. Keeping that pace up. Again, find whatever challenging pace is for you. And if you want to do modified, you're either doing a little baby hop or just pushing out onto the toes. So whichever way you want to do is totally fine, as long as you're challenging your body. We're halfway done. So moving towards the end. Keep that nice and strong. Good, we got 15 seconds left. Making that pace count. All the way in. Finish this off. Almost done. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. All right, catch your breath, quick drink. And we're on round number 2. Do that same set again, same time. All right. Give about 15 seconds. Finish catching your breath. And we're back to our snatch and press. All right, so in 5 now. All right, ready? And begin. Snatch and press again. I'm starting with my left arm. Down, driving the legs, pressing up, getting that full extension through, making the most you can out of each one of these. Keeping that nice and consistent. And halfway done, so switch. So hitting that other side. Making sure, challenge those muscles through. Under 10 seconds left now. Pushing that pace all the way in. We're almost done. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. All right, we've got our jumping jacks now. So again, nice and light on the toes. Full extension on the arms. All the way up. We're starting in 3, 45 seconds, and begin. So back and forth. Again, whatever pace works for you. We want to get the arms all the way up again, unless your shoulders bug you. Then bring them down and in front. You can even just go back and forth if that's more comfortable. Good. We're about halfway done. So moving into that second half now. So challenging the muscles all the way through the finish line. Keeping the arms and legs working. You want to keep a good pace on this. We're trying to get that heart rate up. Under 10 seconds now. So finishing strong. All the way in. Almost done. 3, 2, 1, and relax. All right. We got stability ball chest press. So we're on the ball with the weights. Rolling out for the start in about 5. So straight up from the shoulders and begin. So just driving that through from the shoulders. Want to keep it nice and controlled. Go ahead and keep that pace up. Want to drive from the chest. Again, just above the armpits is where you want to stop weights on the way down. Drive them straight up. Keeping that core engaged. We're halfway done. So we're moving into that second half. Really trying to push that through. On each one, we have 15 seconds left. So challenging the arms and legs. Most of the arms right here, we have under 10 seconds left. So really drive that all the way through to the end. Almost done. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. All right, we've got our hot potato lunges. Again, with our more moderate weight. I'm going to go 45 seconds, using the full 15 seconds. Catch your breath, starting in 5. All right, ready? And begin. So again, back and forth, just shoulder to shoulder. Keep that core engaged as you go. Good, keeping the elbows down. Good, and you just toss back and forth. If you really don't feel confident, you can pass it. But it's that using that core to engage as you go back and forth. We're halfway done. So push that pace, making the most you can out of each one. We want to keep going. Lead with those hips, using the glutes as you're going across on each one. Back and forth. Under 15 seconds now. Making sure knees are behind the toes, feet are pointed forward. Last few seconds now. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Excuse me. All right, floor flies. Our next one. So we're laying down. Arms are going to be as straight as we can. Starting in 5. Ready? And begin. And I will sometimes drop weights from the first to the second set. I did on this. I don't do it very often, but if you have that, if you have extra sets of weights, you're welcome to do that. Otherwise, like I said, just bend the elbows a little bit on this. And if you are worried about your chest or shoulder, you can even bend the elbows a little bit just on the way down, just to kind of give you a little more room for air. You got 20 seconds left, or room for your, just a little more protection for that shoulder. If your form isn't quite perfect, or if you go a little bit past comfortable range of motion, we're into the last few seconds here. So finishing strong. 3, 2, 1. one, and relax. Good. All right, we've got our one-legged squat hops now. So again, I'm starting with my right foot. Make sure my shoes are tied nice and tight. Gonna drive that up and through. We're starting in about 5. All right, ready? And begin. So coming down, driving that up and through. And the opposite arm, so my right arm is mirroring my left leg. If you notice back and forth, what your arms do are not quite as important as what your legs do. So if you want to do something else, if you're more comfortable with that, you're welcome to do that. Until my balance is a little bit worse on the second round, and switch. Halfway done. So driving that up and through, keeping it nice and controlled, nice and comfortable. We want to drive that knee up. That's going to pull you up off the ground. We got 10 seconds left. Challenge those muscles all the way through to the end. Almost done. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. All right, so we've got our overhead tricep press now. So I'm going to take my watch off before. We're going to start in 5. Again, from the head, back up and through. Ready? And begin. So driving that in nice and strong. And you want, if you can, I don't know if you can see, but you want your thumbs not to be overlapped, but to be even with each other. You keep them pushing down like that. I've got just one in front of the other. Because if you overlap them, one arm's going to be doing a little bit more work. So again, coming down to that head, pressing up and through. We're just over halfway done. So drive that way with the arms. Good. Challenge those muscles. Challenge that body. We're in the last 15 seconds. So keep that going strong. Arms should be feeling this by now. We want to push in through to the end. Last 5 seconds work, so finish this off. 3, 2, 1, and relax. All right, we've got our star jumps. This is our last one, so we're going to be light on the toes. Get that full extension on the arms. Catch your breath. Going to start about 5. 45 seconds. Good, strong pace. Ready? And begin. So all the way out. Really try and push this. This is our last one of the day. So challenge those muscles. Getting that full range of motion. Out and through. Good. Try and land nice and softly on the toes. Push out with the arms. Get them up there. You don't have to come as high as on jumping jacks as long as you're getting out. We're halfway done. So pushing through to the end. Good. Last 15 seconds on this. Try and keep that pace up. Finish those muscles off. I know you're feeling it now. All the way through to the end. Almost done. Make it count. 3, 2, 1, and relax. You are done. Nice job. Virtual high five. Working on at home. Excellent job, everyone. Catch your breath. Get a drink. We'll stretch. All right. So let's stretch out the arms. It's one of my favorite ones to do. As you're catching your breath, you just pull the arms back. Helps your breathing open up, as well as stretching on your arms. So again, let's lock the fingers behind, pull your arms up, and kind of lean back a little bit. Now stretch kind of the upper part of your chest. Similar idea. So again, try and let that breathing return to normal where you're getting nice, deep breaths instead of quick, shallow ones. You know, it's easier said than done. So just breathe comfortably the whole time. All right, we're gonna reach down to the toes now. So reaching out. Stretch that back and those muscles out. Nice job in that workout. It's a good finish. I can feel that one at the end, so hopefully you guys did too. Stretch out the back and the legs. All right, we're gonna come up. Find a spot on the wall now, or if you don't have a wall, you can also just turn your hand and put your palm flat and just rotate. You can also do it in a door frame where you put your hand flat this way instead. Just rotate out and do both sides. So again, just a nice easy breathe in. You're letting that body recover. We worked pretty hard. Hopefully we did. And switch. deep breaths. And I say nice, easy breathing. It's not always that easy. But deep breathe in and out. Let yourself recover. Good. All right, we're gonna sit down now. Reach straight out with the arms. Try and pull yourself straight forward. It was upper push today. I think it's upper pull tomorrow. I don't actually remember. We will find out tomorrow morning. So reach that forward. Stretch it out, just nice and easy. Again, we've got a lot of new people I know, so the muscle groups we've got split up, reaching up and across. So today was upper push, so as a focus on the upper body, we still mixed in other muscles, but that was the main ones we're working. And then the push, so the shoulders, the chest, kind of these big front muscles here. So if I'm remembering right, I think tomorrow is upper pull, which will be the upper body and the back muscles, so the low back, in between the shoulder blades and the back side of your shoulders is going to be our focus there. And then we've got the legs split into push muscles, which are the front ones here, and then the pull muscles, which are the back ones, and your glutes. All right, let's lay down. Pull the knee across. Get a good stretch, and if you keep this hand flat, get a little bit of a shoulder stretch too as you get through there. So depending on what you feel like you need more of, you can relax the leg a little bit more, that would be more of a stretch in your shoulder, or you can relax the shoulder, focus on more of a knee stretch. I'm sorry, an IT band stretch, and glute stretch, and actually stretch the knee. Switch. I misspoke. You can't actually stretch joints. You stretch the muscles around them. You're pulling your knee, I guess, so. But you're not actually stretching the knee. So just nice and easy. Again, we're trying to let the heart rate kind of come back down. Nice and controlled. All right, now we're just going to lay kind of point your toes, and then you're pulling your fingertips up like this as you're laying on the floor. That'll get you a good stretch through the arms, and if you feel it too much, just pull them all the way back, and then try and pull your arms away from your body. You should get a little bit of stretch there. Just nice and easy. Then we're going to come up overhead. Get a nice easy stretch there. Catching your breath, letting yourself recover. All right. That is it for today. That is our upper push circuit workout. Hopefully you guys had as much fun as I did with that. Again, I'm short, but we got it good. Comment below when you're done. Any feedback in the comments, love to hear it. Let me know when you're finished so we can keep track and make sure we're holding you guys accountable as much as we can. I hope you enjoyed the workout, and I will see you all tomorrow.